Good morning, everyone. This is Colette Marie Stefan, and I am filling in for Pat today. It is an honor to do so. Happy holidays to everybody. It's been, I had a wonderful Christmas with my daughter, just nice and quiet, and just really enjoyed each other's company, and just ready to go. It's Boxing Day here in Canada. I am the founder of The Truth is Funny and also the creative inspiration behind Tales from the Vector. And I thought for this show, what I would like to do is just share a little bit of information about affirmations before I start. Affirmations are a lot of people use affirmations sort of to convince themselves. And when I'm speaking about affirmations, what I'm doing as I have an affirmation for success for everybody, because hey, we still are doing the holiday thing, but 2020 is coming pretty close here. So, it's really, we really want to get ready for that new way of being in a new way, being strong to our future, doing what we're doing. And so when I am going to share this affirmation for success, I just want you to be aware that what we can't turn negatives into positives or positives into negatives. However, what we can do is we can be in a position where we can energetically tune in to see if there's any energetic weaknesses as the words come up. And so I prepared an affirmation for success, and it's out of my manual, but I'll get into that in a minute. I am taking callers today if you would like. I'm sharing some of my cards from Tales from the Vector. That's TAILS from thevector.com. And you can call in 1-800-930-2819. I'm what I'd like to do is tune in first and foremost for the group and just read this affirmation for success. It's actually out of my manual. And what I've been doing on my own show on The Truth is Funny, which is 8 o'clock a.m. Wednesday mornings. I've been on for almost 7 years now, and just love the opportunity to connect with all of you, and especially for a lot of people right now at this time of year who maybe aren't feeling like that, festive, or maybe there was a fight or something at Christmas dinner, or there's all sorts of things when people are getting together with family and everybody's really revved up and excited. I know here in Canada, we had a major snowstorm. So I just, throughout the area, almost across Canada here, and it made traveling really difficult for people, and people are all anxious. They want to be with their loved ones. So we just want to, for everybody out there that maybe listen to this now or later, I feel that, you can go back to The Truth is Funny, to my radio show in the archives. And I did a show yesterday for Christmas and addressed a lot of those issues of gathering with family and just wanting to have like a peaceful day. Ah, peace is good. And so um, this is what I'm strengthening just for everybody on that show. On this one, I kind of like to focus on 2020, and we're harnessing all this amazing energy. We had a solar eclipse yesterday, and before that it was the solstice. And now, as Pat has probably been talking about on the show here, we have also have the Jupiter energy of moving into Capricorn, which is really good for career, business, expression of authentic values, etc. So I'm going to read this affirmation for success. I just kind of wrote it up last night because I felt like this is would be really powerful for people. And as I said, I'm just going to strengthen the weaknesses as I go. What when I'm talking about strengthening weaknesses, what I'm doing is I'm tuning in to the higher self network, the HSN. And what we're doing is getting in touch with when someone's energy drops weak, or in this case, on the collective, as someone's energy drops, as the collective energy drops. And so most of us, about 80% of what goes on really is in the collective, because as soon as we have one thought, that thought travels faster than the speed of light, and it puts people into a place where everybody has access to that thought. And so a lot of the general energetic weaknesses that people are facing right now do revolve around the holiday season. Finances are coming up, and just really a lot of my clients right now, a lot of the people that are connecting with me, they are really expressing this feeling of wanting to be their authentic self, and feeling kind of like there's a lot of stuff happening in their lives that almost not like an identity crisis so much, but more like really wanting to fulfill like purpose. And so I'm just going to read this affirmation for success. As I said, it's I have coloring book manuals for my call to dance seminars, so people can color in the pictures, and they kind of strengthen the energetic shifting. A lot of people really enjoy them. They have a lot of fun coloring them in, and when you keep the left brain happy doing something, then the right brain will follow. Plus, what I've noticed is it's more fun to not be so careful not to color outside the lines. And so when I first taught seminars, I would bring crayons for note taking, because when we're in the state of innocence, that is when we're coming from our heart, and we're better able to feel the energetic shifts. So, affirmation for success. I understand that as I create my reality, I deserve the freedom to express my authentic desires through infinite possibilities. I am able to have what I need, and I am ready to be who I want to be. I am willing to take consistent steps of action and persevere in my commitment to achieving my goals. I have a clear, concise image of my heart's desires and efficiently manifest my everyday goals in alignment with my path. It is natural for me to breathe life into my goals and persevere, seeing them through to the end with minimal effort. I easily release any limiting perceptions from past, present, and future success or failure. I have the ability to remain poised in my mind, bearing, and appearance under every circumstance. I gracefully accept every challenge because I am aware of the quantum probabilities, and that challenges are possibilities and opportunities in disguise. So, this is a real powerful affirmation. And the reason why, like, I used to talk more about intention, but the reason why I like the idea of an affirmation, and I'll get into this a little bit after, we're going to have to take a short break here in a minute. So I'm going to get into this after in more detail. But for us right now, the three things that I came up with are three cards that, because I quite often do 3-card consultations on my Tales from the Vector program, which is on the first Wednesday of every month. And so I thought I'd share these on this show also. The number one we want to make sure that is called the generator, and the second card that I chose is called the is attitude, and then devotion. So I'm going to show those to you when we come back. As I said, I'm available here for anyone who would like some energetic shifting. You can call in 1-800-930-2819. I love to shift energy. I'm in the mood, as I said. Kind of had enough of celebrating holidays and kind of really in, hey, let's really get this affirmation of success, and let's just strengthen that. Like that's just like a video we have in the back of our head, and that is going to happen. And then the intentions that we set would be like goals of consistent steps of action towards achieving our goals. So this is Colette Marie Stefan. We are live on Facebook. I think I forgot to mention that. And you can also see this in the archives later and on YouTube. I'm hosting for Dr. Pat today. Merry Christmas, Pat. Happy New Year, all of that good stuff. Thank you so much for the opportunity. And as I said, you can call in if you would like to have some shift happen. 1-800-930-2819. We'll be right back after this short break. Hello, everyone. This is Colette Marie Stefan. You are listening to Transformation Talk Radio. I am hosting Dr. Pat's show today to give her a little holiday break. And just wanted to say thank you so much for the opportunity, Pat. I do love to be here for people at this time of year. So if some of you are listening now or listening later, I just wanted you to be aware. I'm talking about energetic shifting. I'm the founder of The Truth is Funny, and also I've been working on this huge project now for 13 years, and it's called Tales from the Vector, and it's 64 different cards, and they energetically shift energy. And so this one here, I forgot to mention, I put this one here for us today. This is Joy. This is my one of the dragonflies in my deck. She's about the mother's love and about Isis energy, the Madonna energy, just really beautiful. Don't worry about your children energy. And so I'm just wanted to share that with you. Before the break, I was talking about how I said an affirmation for success, and I was just energetically tuning into a lot of what people are saying. And as I said before the break, you can call in 1-800-930-2819 if you're not busy still visiting with family. I know it's a really, really busy time. For those of you who are listening later, as I said, the energetic shifts will be available. So 1-800-930-2819. We're also live on Facebook. I was so busy with the holidays for the last 3 or 4 days that I know everybody's like really hopefully going out there and having a lot of fun right now. Here in Canada, it's Boxing Day. I almost wore some gloves. And so I promised I would share a 3-card reading like I do on my show Tales from the Vector that I started having every Wednesday. It's 8:00 a.m. Pacific time, and that's on The Truth is Funny Shift Happens. And I started doing this because these cards, as I said, I've had them out there now for about 3 years now, and people are playing with them. There's 64 in the deck, and I now have 62 done. And I was challenged by Pat, I think it was about 7 weeks ago, to finish Synchronicity. And when you get inspired by Pat, next thing I know, I've got about 230 hours into that painting since I spoke to her, and realized, it's a very detailed painting. And my paintings have Swarovski, the originals have Swarovski crystals and other crystal energies imprinted in them. And so, this one's really, really glittery. But just to let you know, Pat, she'll be done, I'm getting, in about another week. So I'm really excited about that. I just have one after this, and that painting would be Neutrality. And so synchronicity is a lot of fun because she's on Colette. It's a snapshot of Colette's beach. So I'll share that on Facebook. Once it's done, I'll share it was too big to even put here. So the 3 card reading. The first one that I wanted to bring up is the generator. I'm just going to see if I can show that without the glare. There we go. So the generator is source energy. And, this dragon, Angers, is the crystal queen. She was the first dragon that came through and said, I'm painting. I started to paint these, as I said, 13 years ago. So Angers is a beautiful golden dragon, and she lives in Patagonia, and she guards a portal there for all the crystals on the planet. She says she laid all the eggs in the eggs for all the veins of crystals throughout the planet. And she's sitting on a crystal generator, a quartz generator, totally in the flow of source energy. And she holds in her claws, I guess, not paws. um, she holds the wisdom, the pearl of wisdom. So that's the generator, that's source energy. And I see we have someone calling in right now. I'm just going to go through these really quick in case we get more callers and I don't finish. And then I'm going to take your call. I'm just going to share very quickly what these are, and I'll go into more detail if we have time after that. The other card um, is devotion. And so I love this card too. This is about purpose in life. And so a lot of people will say to me, Colette, what's my purpose? Like, I want to know my purpose. And so your purpose is to be the very best version of you that you can be. And so a lot of people, that requires defining success. So you want to make sure that, you understand what success is for you. We have 12 aspects in life that are all very equally important. And those aspects you can see in the horoscope, or in uh, the Chinese horoscope, and also in the zodiac. And so we are here to experience life, and judging those experiences has a tendency to take us off purpose. Rarely are people who are, really celebrated for their originality. And it can be really challenging for some people to step up and really, let go of the judgment against themselves and others, and just have a real open um, way of looking at things, and recognizing that there is no success without failure, and there is no failure without success. And personally, I prefer sloppy success to perfect failure all the time, because let's face it, if someone's never failing, then maybe they're not pushing themselves, or not so much pushing themselves, but allowing themselves to experience, amazing feats that maybe they didn't even know they could do. And so that brings up the last card here, who is Shooting Star, and she's from the Pleiades. She's from the base chakra, and I'm just seeing if I can hold her in a way where the light doesn't shine on her. It's so funny. And so she's flying through the air, and this card is called Attitude. Every once in a while in my career, because I've been out there teaching seminars and talking about energy shifting and energetic upgrades for about 15 years now. And every once in a while, I thought, I'd have technical problems, or I'd have, problems with finding the right people for the right job, etc. And then what I realized is that I didn't have a technical issue. I had an attitude problem. And so once you start recognizing that, having a good attitude is about really seeing the opportunities. And the thing that about Shooting Star is, most people who are thinking about a shooting star, they want to make a wish. And when you make a wish, what you really are doing is you're informing the universe that you don't have what you want. That's why I like affirmations. So I like to set an affirmation and then be able to bring that into, manifest that into fruition, and do that through those components of having a strong attitude and seeing that vision clearly and really feeling it. And so the intentions then that are set, I find that it's usually much more successful for people when they write things down and commit to what they're doing. So we want to strengthen that for everybody, having kind of a clear vision. But what I do when I put that together, I just have been working on that, for the last, oh my goodness, like as I put all this energy into synchronicity, I am energetically shifting what comes up for the collective and for myself, and really working on allowing myself to experience even more real cool shift. So, Benny, we have a caller here. Can we do we have time to take her?
Sure, let's go and take Kathy. Yeah, she's calling in from Seattle. We can do it right now. Hi, Kathy. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hi, Kathy. Welcome to, I was going to say the truth is funny, but welcome to Dr. Pat.
Thanks.
What can I do for you today?
I was wondering what my energy was looking like.
Do you have anything in particular that you wanted to work on?
Oh, I just have low energy lately and can't seem to get rid of it.
Okay. And so I like to get a baseline from people just so that I can kind of track progress and get an idea of what's going on. So on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being hair on fire, press the panic button, I'm freaking out, and 0 being I'm totally neutral, this too will pass. Where are you on that scale?
Probably 5.
Okay. Yeah, because what the energy that's coming up is kind of like being caught in the middle. So, when people say 5, it's kind of like that mid in the middle. And what's coming up is like, it just feels like the energy is like my cards, which I'll look for maybe on the break here, and I'll show it to you after the break. But expectations and anticipation. So that's kind of like when someone's caught between a rock and a hard place, and they're sort of stuck in the middle. So is there some, like, it's just coming up for you, the words that are coming up are middle ground. So is there something going on where you've been having to kind of referee? It's coming up kind of like, um, you know, make choices, like feel divided in half almost.
No, not really.
Okay. Like you don't have anything going on right now that is feeling kind of like you're split.
Well, there's family stuff, which is always going on.
Well, that's the kind of that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. And hey, you're not alone. As I said, it's the holiday season, so that's kind of what's coming up. Like are you like it's just coming up. The energy is like trying to please so many people and being divided in that. So what's going on for you? Like because the exhaustion, what the first thing I'm energetically getting in touch with is the exhaustion, like physical or non-physical, and it's coming up. Non-physical is weak, and so I'm just strengthening like all of the collective around the holiday season. Were you cooking the meal?
No, I didn't go anywhere. I stayed home.
You stayed home. Okay, so have you
Yeah.
ever cooked like the Christmas meal?
No, not in years.
Yeah, no, but in the past you did, when I'm getting so a lot of people go weak to all the accumulations of all the associations of all the extra work in the holiday season is what's coming up. And so, um, were you lonely if you stayed home, or were you enjoying yourself?
I'd rather stay home than go be around people that I aren't really good for me.
Okay, so see, this is where the exhaustion's coming in. And so what's coming up for you is, giving yourself total permission to be a rebel without a clause. And, a lot of people, that are contacting me are either like split like 50-50, like that. Really sad because they're not getting together with loved ones, or there's arguing or whatever. And then on the other end of it, feeling like they're kind of caught in the middle of feeling like they should do something for the holidays, and then not, or should they not. So we're just going to get you strong, so that the choices you made. What did you do for your yesterday for holiday?
I just stayed home.
And what did you do for yourself yesterday?
I just sat around and watched Netflix.
And did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah.
I know. It's coming up strong. You made a good, strong choice. So it's kind of like having to feel sad about that. But I taught, like at Christmas, I do a lot. I'm busy. and not just Christmas, but all the holidays around this. So, talking to family and not talking to family, we're just going to strengthen for everybody that has that situation, or feeling kind of getting together, not getting together, and not feeling guilty about it. So a lot of the time, people who, like, I don't know if you've noticed, like, do you have people and friends around you that wanted you to come over to celebrate with them, and you just decided not to?
No.
So do you feel like you had no choice but to be alone?
Uh, no, I was with somebody else, but I wasn't with them.
Okay.
Family.
Yeah. Okay. So you weren't totally alone. And did you enjoy you watched Netflix, and did you make popcorn?
No, I was very lazy.
Yeah, see, this is what my daughter and I did yesterday. We didn't sit around and watch Netflix, but she said, "Oh, I would just love your homemade potato soup." So that's what I made that, and it's a rare occasion these days when I actually do cook, and like making toast is cooking. So so she knew it's like, I really enjoyed making this for her, and then talking to my relatives, and then I was really glad that it was only 2 hours. So it just, I can feel your numbers sliding down now when you think about your exhaustion. It really is coming up, the accumulations of Christmas past, and all the work it is to be around people that you're not resonating with at this time. But what we want to do is we want to get you really strong to that generator card. That's your connection to source. And part of the thing that's really cool is when you really get in touch with it, the generator is really about tapping into your own ability to get in touch with your source. You are source. And being able to be strong all the way to source. Some people refer to that as God, some people refer to that as source. But we want to strengthen that. You're like that generator. And so you don't need to, and it's also coming up, your authentic self triad. We just want to strengthen that, so that you're super strong to having any external forces coming at you, or that would weaken your internal forces. And so being caught in the middle, being caught in between times, spaces, etc., we just get everybody strong to this. I'm actually using your beautiful energy and your laughter when you can see the humor in this. That to energetically strengthen other people who are also, feeling that way regarding family. So we just want to recognize that, we have soul family and we have family and we have friends, etc. But the most important relationship we have is within ourselves. And so when our relationships are really strong within the masculine and feminine energy within ourselves, and we're feeling really balanced in all aspects of life, and we're in a strong place like that, when we're in that place, that's when all the magic happens. So I'm just your energy, I'm just strengthening for you to get to that 100% so that you can go to infinity and beyond and enjoy um what you intend to do, what your goals are, etc., and really move into this new year and kind of let go of a lot of this past energy. So I just wanted to ask you, because we're gonna have to take a quick break here. I wanted to ask you if you perceive a change in your number.
I don't know.
Okay, so when we're what I want to strengthen for you is your perception, because I'm getting that it's down to a 3 or a 2, and we're just going to strengthen that perception, like perception, being able to really see the beauty of just having a delightful time, just allowing yourself to do exactly what you want to do on a day when a lot of people are caving into shoulds. Okay. So we're just going to get that strong. And then for all the people, we just want to strengthen all the relationships. If you think about that as a Vesica Pisces coming together, strengthening the relationships and purposeful communication. So if you're with family, what's going to happen? I'm going to come back here. We're going to take a short break. And I want to thank you, Kathy, for calling in and being so brave and sharing this energy with us so that we can strengthen for a lot of people out there that are feeling somewhat the same. And then we're going to take all that beautiful energy from all of the people that are really enjoying all the sparkle and shine of the season, and we're going to strengthen that for everyone, that there can be this beautiful joy in within ourselves. First and foremost, the people that bother us the most are generally people that remind us of something. They're mirroring back to us something that we don't appreciate possibly about ourselves or about past situations, etc. So thank you so much, Kathy, for calling in. This is Colette Marie Stefan filling in for Dr. Pat on the Dr. Pat Show on Transformation Talk Radio on Facebook Live. Did I forget anything? You can reach me at Colette at thetruthisfunny.com and at Tales from the Vector, TAILS from the Vector. And you can also reach me on social media at The Truth is Funny with Colette. I also have a Be Irresistible Facebook page, which I love. I'm a big fan of the bees, borderfreebees.com, if you want to create your own nectar trail, buzz, buzz. And I also have the Tales from the Vector, if you're interested in my energy correcting cards or paintings. And, I teach seminars, call to dance seminars, and that you can check that out on my website. 1-800-930-2819. We'll be right back to make some more shift happen right after this short break. Hi, this is Colette Marie Stefan. You're listening to the Dr. Pat Show. I'm filling in for her today. This is my co-host, Stella, who's decided to make her presence known. And we are talking about energetic upgrades and I've been sharing some cards from Tales from the Vector. So I thought what might be fun in the last segment here of this show is I'm going to share with you what some of the number one resolutions people make for New Year's. The problem with resolutions is whether you make one or not, the collective influence has a tendency to make them. And then and very few people actually really manage to keep them, very low percentage. So that has an effect on all of us. So especially like if you happen to be going out on New Year's Eve, and some of the ones that are the number 10 things that people usually say that they would like to have the resonant have a excuse me, that they want to see through for the year. What we want to do is we don't want to be there on New Year's Eve and already the clock strikes midnight and we already broke all our resolutions. So there's no, so we want to strengthen that. There's lots and lots of New Year's. There's the Chinese New Year coming up here on January 25th. And there's, New Year's, if you check it out, you can Google it. So if you miss one, then set another one for another country. So, but some of the major resolutions that people say, one of them is losing weight. And so this is the card that came up for that. This is attachment. And so the problem is that when people say that they want to lose something, a lot of people just go weak automatically to that. So we want to strengthen that. That's what we call dieting in when it comes to food and losing weight. So a lot of people, if they lose their keys, if you think about that, the first thing you do is go find that. You go looking for them. And so this happens for a lot of people. If they get strong to the word lose and lost and losing, loser, these are words that are coming up weak. The next card that I picked would be like a lot of people say, and I love this, that they want to get organized. And so it does help if you understand that it's empowering and beneficial to understand that you are part of the perfect organization of the multiverse. And so you already have what is needed to be able to accomplish this. This card here is reckless abandon, and that is WRECKLESS, reckless abandon. And she is our declutter card. And also a lot of people will say that they want to spend less and save more. So we want to strengthen this again, because a lot of people take this and stick it in their purse or their wallet, in their car, to remind them that they want to declutter. And so you notice that she's a gypsy, and so gypsies really love to travel light. And as I said, we had a beautiful solar eclipse yesterday on Christmas Day. So that's another, that's what's on this. So I thought I would share that card. And Ra, when people say they want to enjoy, they want to start to enjoy life to the fullest, and they make a resolution for that. So it's really important. Ra is the life force energy card. And this is actually a solar flare that I painted. It was a vision in ayahuasca ceremony in Peru. And so the energy of Ra, that's that life force energy that I was talking about, that we could pull in from the universe, just pull that in from source, breathe it in. And, and very interesting, if you think about that life force energy and strengthening the breath to be very even. We had Kathy calling in earlier, and part of what I was picking up is a lot of times when people are holding their breath, when they are feeling anxiety, or their accumulations of Christmas past and family, etc., it can bring up a lot. So we're just going to strengthen this life force energy. You breathe in all that beautiful energy, and then on the exhale, you let it go. And if the inhale and the exhale are 50-50 and it's even, and just really tuning in and noticing You know, a lot of times when people get a little bit triggered, what will happen is they don't realize it, but they're holding their breath. And I even had someone, a client, contact me and just say, wow, I woke up from a dream realizing that I was holding my breath. And that's what woke me up. And so our subconscious, unconscious, and conscious mind are constantly working. That's this authentic self um, um, triad to keep it strong that I spoke about earlier. For a lot of people will say they want this year I'm going to make a resolution to um, learn something new and to enjoy learning something new. And that's this card. This is innocence. And so a lot of times people are afraid to try something new, as I said before, because they're afraid that they will look silly or they'll fail or whatever. But if your purpose in life is to be your authentic self and to fulfill those authentic desires, then moving forward and challenging yourself to become a better version of yourself can be a lot of fun once you give yourself total permission to be able to do that. um, there's also people that will say they want to quit smoking or they want to quit a habit or they want to, you know, whatever. So we want to strengthen. I thought this card came up for that. This is the divorce card. So for a lot of people that want to quit something, I'll ask them, well, you know, are you normally a quitter? And no, I am not a quitter. I will not quit, no matter what. So in this instance, we want to strengthen that you could divorce yourself from certain things. And what's funny is like we have relationships. We have relationships with money. We have relationships with people. We have relationships with countries. We have relationships even with our career, etc. So we want to strengthen all these relationships. And so this is actually the relationship insurance card, which may seem weird because why would you have divorce? But because this card on the back says the worst divorce or the worst separation or divorce is the divorce from source. And so, as I said, remember that source is the energy that comes from within when we go inward. And because we're all similar, we'll have similar weaknesses, but because we are, each and every one of us has unique skills, unique, um, you know, lifestyles, unique everything. There is only one of you out there. So we want to get that strong for everybody, like realizing that the number one relationship, as I said, you want to be strong to the relationship you have with yourself. So another one is that people say is they want to fall in love. And so that sounds like fun. So this is the card that came up. This is unfettered. And so unfettered is from the heart chakra. And she's just falling through the sky. She's another Pleiadian. And she on her card it says the difference between falling and failing in love is just a matter of eye. So I love that one. Let me see. Another one that people are talking about is to help others to empower their dreams. And so this is something that a lot of spiritual people will say is they want to help others. Let's strengthen the word help first and foremost so that it doesn't put people automatically into this space of helplessness, hopelessness. We want to get strong to the word help, being helped, helping others. But I actually prefer the word empower because that is because the word help sort of suggests that someone else's higher self might be more able than another. So we want to strengthen that everybody is able to go inward, get strong to where they're going, what they're doing, the actions, and being able to take consistent steps of action towards their goals. So this one is integrity. And so integrity, I say for a lot of people, that means, vote with your dollar. I share that a lot at my seminars, that, as each and every one of us gets into a place where we are in our own integrity, that also means in physical integrity, integrated. And so we're just going to strengthen that for everyone. And we only have a couple more minutes to go here. So the one last one I was going to share is harmony. And harmony is from the throat chakra. And she is also a Pleiadian, and she is, I thought, a really good winding up. A lot of people do make a resolution to spend more time with family. I say invest in family and enjoy your time with them. If you're so fortunate as to have family that you love to be around, and if you are in a place where you are satisfied with, you're a rebel without a clause, and you're satisfied with the energy being like every day, let's remember for everybody that, every day that you wake up and you see the ceiling is a good day. This is a beautiful planet to be on. And we're just going to strengthen that for everybody. Really, really happy holidays. I want to thank you, Benny, so much for producing this show. Thank you, Dr. Pat, for allowing me this opportunity. It's an honor to host for you. I hope you're enjoying, or well, not hope, I know you are. Enjoying a really good day to yourself here. And I would also like to thank your whole team for making this all possible for us. This is Colette Marie Stefan. You've been listening to the Dr. Pat Show on Transformation Talk Radio. You can find me on Wednesdays, 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. And also my co-host, Karen Benton, every third Wednesday of the month if you want a new perspective. Bye for now. Thank you, everyone.